We hope we're going live.
I hope so.
New setting, a little bit of new everything, and
Yeah.
if Wanda messed it all up, y'all gonna have to tell me. The one thing I was worried about is the sound.
Oh, now.
Here. Nope, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Needs to go up a little bit.
Good enough.
So maybe, can we read that, or do I need to make
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. I have a little trouble. I'm going to sit up if I read it. So, how is everything looking? How is it sounding? Carrie brought him the shirt today.
What?
The shirt.
Oh.
Read him the shirt. It says,
I wouldn't have to manage my anger if people would manage their stupidity.
That's it. All right. Yeah, so we got some things from Carrie today. There's Silver Run Coffee Crafters. Is your site down? Somebody said that your website, Silver Run Coffee Crafters, was not working a few minutes ago. Can you check and let us know? Yeah, so we had visitors today. We had Tim and Heidi.
Tim and Heidi for a while. Enjoy them. Me and Mr. Tim actually got a project done on the Farm All Cub.
And then they were here a couple hours.
Yep.
And then Carrie and Rusty came up. That's his daughter, Carrie. And brought us some stuff, and I'm going to show y'all.
Oh, guys, y'all going to have to check this stuff out. This stuff is amazing.
Now, number one, Danny, shirt.
Number one, the shirts. She brought me a shirt. She said, Dad, this is you. I just know it's you. You know? And
so she's got all kinds of shirts. She has Deep South Homestead shirts and Silver Run Silver Run. I'm reading her thing.
Yeah.
Pecan Grove t-shirts and stuff. And then they have all kinds of other Christian t-shirts.
Yeah.
They do specialty t-shirts. They're branching into all kinds of stuff, but this is one of them. And I hope it does it justice. If I can get it, where is it? Kind of, sort of. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right, this is a cutting board.
Wanda's Canning Kitchen.
And this is the back side of it. It's in this
like walnut. It's like walnut.
Dark walnut.
Yeah.
And so this is going to go in my canning kitchen here. And they're doing them. They have light woods. They have two-toned woods, like where they do them 2 or 3 different tones, you know, light and dark on the same cutting board. Mac loves your shirt. Yeah, Mac would like that shirt. So they've got all kinds of stuff like that. And this is something that they've started this year, is the
Christmas ornaments. Look like Christmas ornaments.
Let me see if I can hold it where you can see it. The Kings.
And I'm sure you can purchase these from them.
Yes, they're on her website.
That's Miss Lucy's.
This is Lucy's. Let's see if I can hold them up as one as I do them.
Oh, away in the manger there.
That's the nativity scene.
Yep.
Because we do have an away in a manger. This one is Silent Night. And I just love these with the song behind them.
Yeah.
And it just sets them off. And the one with the nativity, the lights will shine through the stars. They're cut out. This one is away in a manger. And it has the song behind it. And then this one is We Three Kings. And it has a manger scene on it. So they're doing all kinds of things like that. So it's rcfdesigns.com. Okay, your website seems to be okay. Good. It might just be a glitch that on somebody else's side.
Kimberly, yes, we did get the mammoth fodder beets.
Yes.
The seeds.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. We did get those. Yes.
All right.
Let's see here.
Beverly says she was watching your tractor video and her husband heard it, and now he wants to watch all of your videos. Oh, I thought he wanted a tractor.
I want to watch all the tractor videos.
All right.
That's just, I want to believe that anyway. Yeah, the ornaments are beautiful, guys. I mean, those are, if you went to somewhere to get those would be professionally made. I mean, they'd be very expensive.
Yeah, they're putting up the RCF Designs website, so yeah, Silver Run is back up and running. Okay, good. Tim says, I want that shirt. But he would end up in HR.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what, and we wanted to show that before we forget.
Yes.
Aaron.
Aaron sent me these. He's a subscriber from Virginia. I was right now?
Virginia, yes.
Yeah, Virginia. He is a officer there in the sheriff's department.
Second in command.
Second in command.
Sheriff's deputy.
He also sent me a challenge coin. I thought that was pretty unique.
And it's heavy.
It's pretty heavy. I don't have a challenge coin. I think that's the first challenge coin I've ever had in my life. I really appreciate that.
Yes, we have the beet seeds. We had a subscriber here send us some beet seeds. And Danny had ordered actually a little bitty pack of beets, but I'm not sure if it's the same.
I don't know.
I haven't really
researched to see if they were the same thing.
Yeah, so we have that from Mr. Aaron, and Danny had helped him with the Cub tractor. He had sent a message wanting to know about some wiring, wasn't it?
Yeah, he wanted to know about the wiring diagram on a Cub tractor, and I actually sent him the actual whole 12-volt wiring diagram for a Cub tractor that I drew out myself. Now, this didn't come from no computer or nothing like that. I actually drew it myself, the way I wire it, and he said it worked out perfect for him. He said that was so easy to understand, and I'm all about easy.
Yeah.
And like I said, Tim and I today, we able to get the Cub tractor part for it fixed. You're going to see it here pretty soon, I hope. If we don't get some rain, I think we're going to be able to, and I can get my plants big enough, we're going to use that thing out there in the garden, and I think that you'll enjoy watching it work.
Okay, somebody's asking about popcorn and why would the price of popcorn go up so much? Went to buy, but too much. All right, so are you talking about the braggadocio popcorn? The organic popcorn from the McCaskill Family Farms, or are you just talking about popcorn in general in town? Because I really don't know. I don't remember what we paid before, but it's $25 for 32 ounces. So that's 2 pounds times 6. That's 12 pounds you're getting for $25. So you're paying $2 a pound for popcorn. That doesn't sound expensive.
It doesn't sound too expensive to me.
Now I don't know. You might can get it cheap in town, but
we haven't bought many things.
I don't know prices.
We don't know the prices in town, to be honest with you. Now,
Danny's working on some okra seeds.
I just gave her a bunch, and guys, and they're already gone. We put them up on the website. I mean, the Etsy store, and they're just gone before we know it. I can only count out so many at a time.
Miss Darling said, in general, popcorn. I don't know, but I think $2 a pound through McCaskill is really good because you're getting organic popcorn grown in the USA. All right, Miss Patty got her Deep South Smoky Brew today. I will be trying it tomorrow morning. Good.
Several people have said they got their Smoky Brew in today.
Okay, so it took a little longer to get there than I thought. Let's see.
Hey, Alabama says, I got my okra seeds yesterday.
Okay, because I sent out a lot of stuff the first of the week.
It gets to be sometimes it can get to be overwhelming with as much stuff as we have to get out. Because I have to count it out. Ms. Wanda has to weigh it out, put it in packages, label it, print out everything, get it to the mail. I mean, it's a big issue.
Yeah, just sometimes just packing everything up takes a little while to get it all done.
But now we haven't heard from the new knives yet. We have 25 fixed blade knives.
Well, that was our fault because I didn't send them what was going on the handle till late this week. We kind of forgot.
We kind of forgot one part of it, but we got 25 of the fixed blade knife handles coming made out of pecan, 25 of them coming made out of cherry, and then 25 cherry trapper 4-inch trapper knives with "In God We Trust" wrote on the sides of them.
Wild Turkey says, "Love the trapper knife." Yeah.
So we've got and the logo is inscribed on the blade.
Yeah, Pecan Grove is on the blade. All right, so I asked a question at the beginning, and it was, how many of y'all grow carrots, English peas, or sweet potatoes, and do you have trouble growing, whatever. So I saw several comments, but throughout the show tonight, tell us some of the issues that you have, and maybe Danny can talk about these books that he wrote. And each one of them is unique. Like, the pictures are us doing things. I'll just show you. These are carrots we grew. Let me find pictures of them.
All the pictures in here come from our place.
Like, those were laying on our sidewalk one day after we pulled carrots. Some of them are purple and some of them are orange. And if you don't know what Miss Lippy and Mr. Buddy looks like, am I on there?
Yeah.
Okay, there's Miss Lippy and Mr. Buddy. She came to help us, so they are in the carrot book, helping us with that. She didn't know she was going to be in the carrot book.
She had no idea.
She didn't know that.
But I tell you what, the carrot seeds I saved, at this point, we have had 100% success with them.
Yeah. They're looking good, and they're doing really good in the high tunnel. The ones out in the 60-foot raised bed that I threw in there, they're coming up. They're up and doing good, but his high tunnel's looking great.
Yeah, the high tunnel looks fantastic. And I have come up with a technique for growing carrots that is fail-proof. It works every time. Yeah.
And then English peas, you won't be growing these till January,
February.
Somewhere. We plant them in January, February. And each one of these is pictures from us growing English peas. And I think harvesting somewhere in here. Yeah. These are pictures of us with the shelled peas and everything. So all the books and they work in the north and the south. Varieties may change, right?
Varieties may change, yeah.
Yeah.
I just need people to quit ticking me off. Yeah, I understand, man.
Yeah, and then the last one is the sweet potato manual, and a lot of you have the sweet potato manual, I know, and you've learned to grow sweet potatoes. So, what we're going to do tonight, we had 3B Homestead, which is one of our moderators here, sent the money to purchase 4 sets of these books. You'll get all 3 of them. 4 different people will get all 3 of Danny's books. And so my moderator's going to be helping me find people to send these to tonight, according to comments and things like that. And then we had, you want to say that? Mario?
I can't see it. What is it?
Lafreniere? Lafreniere?
Lafreniere.
I'm sorry, Mario.
It looks like it may be French.
Yeah.
It may be French, Lafreniere.
I can say Mario. He purchased 1 set for us to, in order for us to send. So there's 5 sets of these books going to be given away tonight. And so my moderators are going to be picking, and I've got my phone, and sometime after a while I'll check the phone and see who all they've helped, who they found for 5 different sets of books. So now back to what you've been doing.
Before we came on the air tonight, I actually shot a raccoon.
Yeah.
We walked out the house, and I turned my flashlight on. I'm looking, and all out there in the woods, I seen eyes way down in the woods. I put it down, and I told Wanda, I said, "That's not a deer, that's a raccoon's eyes." And I took off just walking down in the woods in the dark. I ended up having to walk almost a quarter of a mile in the woods because he kept moving. And I mean, I had to keep hunting him up, but I finally found him hiding under a bush with his hand over his eyes like this, and he messed around and pulled his little hands down like that. When he did, I took him out. I was like, yep, you the one that's been getting all my pecans. I said, not no more. And that was right before we came on the air tonight. I was afraid I was going to be late because I was way off in a swamp down in the woods. Let's see here.
The book Hogs Are Up. I have it. I started.
We are. Yeah, we have that. Yeah.
It's here.
It's here.
But the last 2 weeks I have not been up here to can because I kind of took a hiatus and worked on some doors for the cabin, for the camp. And I don't think I took pictures. I can't even show them pictures of the doors.
What?
I forgot.
You didn't take no pictures of all that beautiful work?
I don't. Did I?
Ooh.
I'm slacking.
And she is slacking. She stayed on me about getting them doors done.
Yeah.
And the frames and the casings all built.
They look awesome.
They look awesome, but you know, like Jennifer said, if you don't have no pictures, it's just not. It's a lie.
It's a lie.
It's a lie if you don't have a picture.
But we worked on these doors all last week and most of the first of this week, getting everything together and done. And he got them up, and they look really good. So next time I'm in the kitchen at the Pecan Grove kitchen, you will get to see the door because it's right there by the stove. Before I had an opening and you could see the hot water heater in my desk. So now I have a door.
Yeah, let's see here. What did I say here? Did you know that deer eat turnips and all that? Oh yeah, deer eats anything green. Okay, I done about come to that conclusion. If it's green, they gonna eat it.
Okay.
Guys, I mean, the technique I use on carrots, every year I have used this since I figured it out. I have never failed, you know. And now we may get them up and the heat of the sun might bake them and knock half of them down or something like that. But as far as getting them up and growing, it works every time.
All right, I think, let me look. I was going to say I sent Lippy a picture of the doors. I sent Lippy a picture of everything, so quite possibly.
Tim Peters Farm says, Danny, what about the new fence? Did you get it to charge or change or whatever that? Yes, the fence is working great. We've had no more deer in the orchard since we put the fence up.
But we're going to put the tall fence around it.
Oh, you did take a picture.
Yeah.
That's one of the doors that I did in the kitchen.
I didn't do the other one. The light's hitting it. I don't know how to make the light not do it.
It's bouncing back off of the
TV.
The monitor, yeah.
It's hard for y'all to see unless I go a little bit like that, but that's it. That's what the door looks like.
Growing Slips had the slips, Milk and Honey Home, Heritage Farms. Growing Slips is a piece of cake. All you got to do is, as a matter of fact, let me show you something here. You can take one of these little bitty taters like this. See the end of it sitting right there like that? All you gotta do is take this thing, and you can go to Walmart and buy you a plastic tote that's like, say, 10 to 12 inches deep. Fill it with good potting soil, sit this baby in there, and just moisten it a little bit. Don't moisten it too much or you'll rot the potato. And in no time, these babies you'll have just slips piling out of there everywhere. Ain't nothing to it. Now, I will say this, temperature is everything. If it's colder than 70 degrees, it's going to take them a long time to come up. Ms. Beverly Johnson says, what color did you use on the door, Danny? It's beautiful. It was called
Golden Oak.
Golden Oak on a white pine door. And it has 3 coats of clear acrylic put on it.
Make sure I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I got them. She keeps sending me names, and I'm like, okay, 5. We good. I think she sent 6. All right, we got it. All right, so
Ms. Vicky says, I'm getting frustrated with the hunt for large fruited, flavorful, pollinating crab apples. Monday, I'm going to call the nursery and get custom bench grafts.
it's hard.
It's hard. I'm going to tell you, it is really, really hard. Everything now, one thing I was talking about this while we was on the road the other day, all the cars are just like 2 or 3 colors now. There's no diversity in anything anymore, whether it's plant life, vehicles, fruit trees, everything just seems to be bland. You know, what happened to the, I have a book that, who is it, Billy gave me that book?
On apples?
On apples from Permapasture Homestead.
I think so.
He gave me a book on apples that talked about how there were just hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of varieties of apples, and they've all been done away with except for maybe 30, you know.
Yeah, the varieties of apples in that book it's astounding.
Yeah.
The different colors, the different look. I mean, it's crazy.
It is crazy. It is literally crazy.
Okay, so let me name these people, and they can be getting their emails to me at deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com. I will need an address. Chrissy Tuttle, Kim West, Sandra Fritzwater, Becky Hanson, and Richard Joyner. And Richard, I'm going to try and send you some okra with that. Danny gets me some okra ready.
Did you want okra?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said if I can't have okra, I want books.
Okay.
I try to do both. All right. Jennifer is talking about a pampered shelf thing. She does an online pampered shelf party. You don't have to be there in person. You can click on the link that she's got there. And I think she's doing it starting today. I done forgot. I think it's a Black Friday. I don't remember. She told me, but I done forgot all the details. But y'all can get with her on that link that she's posting if you like pampered shelf. That's one of my favorite cooking places.
Will Be Cool said it's called Old Southern Apples. Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Ours is from him is still living, right?
Yeah, it's still. Now let me say this: it was up tall and beautiful, and the deer ate all the leaves off of it. But it'll come back out. I mean, I'm not worried about that.
But we having to work with the deer.
Yeah, we're fixing to work with them in a whole different way.
Okay, Jennifer says she's going through the whole month of November. Okay, so y'all have a whole month to shop Pampered Shelf at some discounted rates there. RD says he wants your shirt.
I tell you what, a lot of us would have a lot less anger to deal with if people would just manage their stupidity. Yep.
You can get the books on our Etsy store. It's deepsouthhomestead.etsy.com. You can buy them all 3 together, or you can buy them separately.
Sweet potato, yes, Ms. Vicky on here sent me an Indian peach tree, a white one, and it is just not growing. I don't know what the deal is. It's just sitting there the same size. We have done everything to it. We've done to all the other trees, but it's just sitting there. I don't know. Sometimes varieties just don't work in every place, but we're giving it every chance.
And it might just need he may have to see if it needs a special something. Yes, I do still have my small grain mill, and I do like it. I'm going to be up here sometime on Crazy Days demonstrating it shortly. They are having a Black Friday sale also. And so I was going to show it to people for Christmas gifts, for people that would like to have a grain mill. It is a NutriMill.
J.R. Goodman says, where did you get the electric fence to go around your orchard? We got it from Vevor. It's a 50-inch high.
Did we order it from Vevor or Amazon?
Vevor.
Yeah, okay.
It's a 50-inch high, 164-foot electric fence that, guys, we checked Premier, we checked all these other places, and they were outrageous priced.
I might have deleted out the...
You did. You delete out every time you see something comes in, you just hit delete.
I usually delete out.
You have to go to your trash. But it has turned out to be fantastic. Debbie S. says, Danny, do you have a shell apple tree? Yes, that's the one that Will Be Cool, I think, gave us, was called a shell apple from Alabama.
Yes. Somewhere it says Vevor. Yep, right there. You ordered the fan from Vevor. We ordered the.
I did order a fan from Vevor.
No, that was not it. What am I looking for? That animal barrier though. Is it 48-inch? Yeah. No,
Yeah.
That's other stuff.
No, it's 50-inch.
Okay,
It's a
that
50
one's
inch.
been cleared out.
It's done been cleared out of your phone.
Okay, I think I ordered that one off Amazon.
They want to know where'd you get the dog monitors and the sirens and all
Off
that.
Amazon.
All that
There's
comes
a
off of
link, I
Amazon.
think,
We
in
have
most of our descriptions have the dog monitors listed in them because people ask quite a bit. So look in the description for dog monitors or dog. I done forgot is it called dog monitors?
it's just called monitors. It's just
Some
a
type of
barking
monitor.
dog monitor.
Yeah, I think I put barking dog monitor in the description.
Darlene Wright says, how often do we run a check on our electric fence? I do every couple of days. I just go by and test it. Right now mine's running about 3,000 joules, I think, 3 to 5,000.
Okay, Lippy put up the link to the electric fence there for you. Okay, because I don't think I put it in the video. Y'all, I forget those things. I don't think about people wanting to buy.
We're not marketers.
I'm not good at marketing, y'all.
We just buy stuff and put it in the videos, and we don't even think about marketing it.
Yeah, the only time I think about it is if one of these companies like Vego says, hey, look, do you want one of these to show? And then I think about it. And then we still forget lots of times to mention, hey, there's a link in the description. You know, we're not used to that. We tell about it.
Yeah.
And we forget to tell you there's a link. But anytime we talk about most things, I try to put it in the description. Miss Lippy's putting up the barking dog monitor. And we have a Cara, don't we? Or we did have.
Yes.
Or did it die? I don't remember seeing it in our fruit,
I don't remember if it lived or not.
It must not have, because I think when we were moving all the citrus, it wasn't there. I don't remember.
It's hard to say.
I'm fixing to get some new, when we put all the citrus in
Mr. Tim brought us 2 blood oranges today.
Yes, I hadn't even seen them.
Yeah, I put them out there, or Tim and me put them out there on the boards where the others were at.
Okay.
They were pretty trees. They look really, really nice.
I'm going to get some type of markers that will stand outside, and I'm going to, when we put all the citrus and repot some of them and get them all fixed and get them in the new high tunnel, I'm going to have markers on each one so that when we walk up, it has what it is across there, and we don't have to hunt because those little cards are getting bad, the little tags are fading, and we're not going to know what everything is before long.
Yeah.
So I want to do that.
Raven Wolf says, Mr. Danny, is it almost sugarcane time?
Yep.
When it turns cold, it will be. Now, they're saying that Monday night here, we could get down to 35 degrees in temperature. Now, I don't know how much truth there is to that, but we're frantically, I am trying to save my citrus fruit like crazy. I just don't have enough time. I'm building this greenhouse. I'm busting my butt
working on doors.
Working on her house and the cub farm and moving chickens and working in the high tunnels and picking up pecans and shooting raccoons and dealing with a silly dog. I mean, it just, all this stuff, I'm trying my best. And all I was able to do was throw a frost blanket over the bananas, you know.
And I threw frost blankets over the cucumbers and tomatoes.
I think we lost the cucumbers.
I got a tomato about this big, and I am trying really hard to save it.
We wasn't this morning. It was yesterday morning. We had like a patchy frost. It was like 39 degrees, but you could see a light little patchy frost, and the cucumber leaves were all just, even though they had a frost cover on them, they wilted down. So I don't know.
Yeah, the cucumbers, the wind was blowing so hard yesterday.
Yes.
After that little bit of frost, the wind was blowing, so I probably lost at least the bid alphas. Now did you look at the divas that were just starting?
The divas look pretty good.
The divas looked okay. It was the bid alphas that were not looking real good.
Timber says, at what temperature do you roll the sides down on your high tone? 39 degrees, we roll them down.
We actually rolled them down today in case.
Yeah, well, we roll one side. Well, we roll both sides down.
We just didn't do the door.
We did the back door toward the north. We didn't
Yeah.
do the south door,
Yeah.
which is fine. As long as the frost don't fall on the plants, it's okay. Because tomatoes can take temperatures down to freezing as long as the ice in the water don't fall on them.
Yeah.
3B, yeah, we fix to get that wood stove cranked up here probably next week.
Yeah, Tim, Carrie's the one, not Jennifer, but Carrie is the one that prints signs. Her and Rusty can print most anything.
They can make any kind of sign you want. They made us a bunch of them.
And yeah, our I didn't bring those signs, but our UPS drivers and stuff are going to
FedEx
the
drivers.
signs are like, let me get in the,
Yeah,
it's
they're,
huge.
they're big.
And the letters are like this big. Place packages here, it's red with white writing.
White background.
No, the red background with
white letter.
writing.
Yeah, red background with
They
white
ought
letter.
to be able to see that. I mean,
Hopefully
if
they
they
can see
can't,
it.
there's something wrong with them drivers. They cannot read that from a distance.
Okay, BL said, what's y'all's favorite sweet potato? Well, as of right now, the Evangeline is probably our #1 sweet potato. Now, we're going to be trying the Darlene's this coming year because it is the runner-up to Evangeline from Louisiana. We're going to get it from taterman.com. We've tried every variety of potato out there. Now, the Beauregards make a lot of potatoes, but every year we've planted them, we have lots of them that just rot, you know, so we're trying to get away from that.
All right, so Howard and Renee want to know, how long are pecans good on the ground before gathering?
They can last a pretty good while on the ground. The biggest thing on the ground you got to worry about is critters. This morning I got 2 squirrels this morning on the ground eating my pecans. I've got, I'm telling you how many raccoons on the ground eating my pecans. Matter of fact, when I leave here tonight, I will go raccoon hunting again for my raccoons on my pecans.
Yeah, Carolyn says wrap your banana trees around the base too.
Tim had a great plan. If we can get together with the boxes before the next freeze, I think we have a plan set up. We might can salvage those banana trees if it doesn't freeze before we get the plan set up. Okay,
Grace echoes, it is taterman.com, Tator, taterman.com. It's George's Plant Farm.
Yeah.
But the website is taterman.com, Tator. So that's where you can find it. How do you warm the chicken coop?
I have a heat lamp hanging right in the middle of it. It's a custom-built heat lamp. The ones at the stores were only rated for 150 amps. This is a 200 amp one, so I had to custom build my own bracket for the heat lamp because I had a 600 amp one, a ceramic one, and I didn't want to have a fire issue because if you leave one on all night at 150 amps and you put a 200 amp in there, you could have a fire.
All right, so let's see where we at.
We're just hoping our bananas make it. I don't know, guys. I don't know if I have time to get something built around them, but we're just going to try.
It's
right
just
now,
according to what we
it's
get.
more important for me to save the fruit trees right now, the citrus trees, because every one of them is loaded with fruit, and they're turning colors, and I really want to save them first.
Have you tried planting centennial sweet potatoes?
Yes.
Yeah, we did that.
We did that one year. They did okay, but not real good.
I don't remember. I'd have to go back.
The Centennials and the Georgia Jets just did not do.
Yeah,
the Georgia Jets did better than the Centennials.
Yeah.
And the Georgia Jets outperformed the Beauregards. But the Georgia Jets turned out to look like giant rutabagas or something. They were big around and had a long taper to them like that. And we just did not care for the shape of them.
Okay. Yeah, we watched on harvesting videos. We've kind of looked at that several times, but we've never managed to get our bananas to that stage.
Can't never get the bananas to that stage.
We had some one year that were filled out, but they were still so green. They were really, really green, and they had not reached their full potential, but they were about 3/4 there.
Yeah.
And then it froze. And Danny had tried covering them and everything. That was about 5 or 6 years ago.
Joe Mama said, I received my smoked coffee yesterday.
Oh, good. Lippy said the color is perfect. She says it did good. Heidi actually did this. I couldn't find anything to go back there, and that was laying up on top of it, and Heidi flipped it around and put it in there, so I give her credit for that.
Jennifer wants to know, is that shirt from Carrie?
No, this
that comes from,
came from, I don't even know what it says. Do you read it?
Perhaps you were born for such a time as this. Esther 4:14.
No, this one came from Love and Faith. I had bought a bunch of shirts from them here a while back, and this was one of them, and I never wear it. I forget about it.
Illinois Fishsteader says, I'm still trying to find a variety of sweet potato for us here in Northwest Illinois. Have you tried the Puerto Rican bunching sweet potato? Because it's a pretty, now if you're growing it in containers, I wouldn't grow it in the ground, I grow it in a container. But it seems to do really well in containers.
How many pecan trees do we have?
Oh my goodness. I wouldn't hesitate to say I probably got 1,000. You know, I mean, I wouldn't.
From this big all the way up to huge.
Huge, you know. They're all in the woods, in the pastures, in the fields. The big pecan
orchard has probably
the big pecan
6
orchard.
or 8.
It's probably got 8.
Yeah, and then in the fence row beside it, then there are 1 or 2 in that. Or
we got the front yard right here's got a huge one in it.
Yeah.
And then down the old-fashioned driveway coming into this property, there's probably 15 down through there. and then behind the barn, they must be 50
different sizes.
Different size ones back there, and in the woods, in the pastures, they're just fence rows on the property. They're just everywhere.
Yes, I think I did, Crow.
Jim, the pecans have dropped.
Yeah. Is there a chat going on an hour, or is the chat going to be an hour earlier? Yes, Old Dominion.
Yeah.
Next week we should be going at 7 Central. We've been doing 5 Central. I mean, not 5, 8 Central. So next week will be 7 Central.
Tim Peters Farm and Garden says, Danny, use your 6-foot chain link fence panels around your banana trees. Tim, 6 feet won't even come close.
It's got to be about
this thing you'd have to have
10
say
feet?
6, 7, 8, 9. You'd have to be 10 foot or better.
Yeah, that's what I
to
said.
be above the trees, and you'd have to be able to cover a good 10, 12 foot circumference around it. So yeah.
I've never made pecan jelly.
No, we have never made pecan.
I've never even thought about it, I don't guess. Does that guy you bought slips from sell the Evangeline?
No.
No, but the closest thing is the
closest thing is the Diane.
Diane.
It's almost identical to the Evangeline. As a matter of fact,
they both came from the
They
same.
both come from the same university in Louisiana, and the Evangelines are still on the market if you can find them out there. But most places, the university, you're probably not going to find them there anymore. You're going to have to look. You're going to have to look for them. Now, I don't know how many we're going to have.
Of what?
The Evangelines. I don't know where they're at in the house here.
They're
not in here.
No, there was some in yonder, and I thought I gave you some to do something with.
Well, they are. They're outside. I was supposed to put them in your greenhouse.
And you didn't?
I don't remember. I'll have to go through tonight
well,
and look.
I'm not sure if we're going to have any Evangelines.
No, we'll have them because they're here in the house. There's a whole pile of them in there.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, because
I just mixed them up with the others probably because I
well, I
was
hope
putting
not.
them all in the
Because they were specifically laid out in a bunch, a group of them.
Well, they may have specifically got rearranged because I've been moving things trying to clean up. I handed you
probably,
a bunch.
No, you handed me 3 or 4 in a thing.
Oh, y'all ought to know this house was potatoes in this room, that room, the porch.
She can't stand to leave anything alone. I
have to clean it
up.
I
have white sweet potatoes right here. I have Puerto Rican buncheon right here.
Purple.
I have the purple sweet potatoes right here.
This is
That's more Puerto Rican buncheon right there.
Yeah, that's a Puerto Rican.
And I had them all laid out in the other room the same, and she cannot stand it.
Well, I've been canning.
She's been canning, and when she goes in there, she just starts grabbing them and piling them all up together.
Well, it ain't his system exactly. It was my system, but I was putting everything in. We got all the potatoes out of these trays. So I was taking the trays and taking things out of the floor and putting them in trays. So if they are not,
I'll have to go in there and go through them. I know I will, because you'll be canned them.
I'll know them when I see them.
After you cut into them.
No, I can tell. No one touched. Hey, this is my canning kitchen, and the house is mine. The rest is his. He knows that.
It just blows my mind sometimes. That's the reason I don't even try.
He knows that when I see those, though, we know what it is. So, we have a few of them. There wasn't as many as we thought, but there was still quite a few.
Right.
And there's some in the greenhouse, right? Isn't that what you put in the greenhouse that's growing vines everywhere?
There's 3 of them in there.
Yeah. I thought so.
Yeah, and there's 4 in the box outside, so.
There wasn't a lot, but there was some. So Sean says the persimmons have fallen. The deer and coyotes are eating them.
They have. They fell here too. I don't know, moderators. There may be something there you need to look at.
No, Trina Lake Life is somebody that's on here.
What is that that's there?
I don't know if she was typing in its own your number thingy. She'll fix it when she sees what she's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's okay. I think she's just hitting the wrong thing because she is one of our subscribers, I believe. I recognize the name, I think. Jeff Jackson, he's talking about what do you like to stuff squash with to bake?
We don't stuff our squash.
No, they're talking about like maybe something similar to a Cherokee tan. The Cherokee tans I do sweet most of the time, but we have done meats in them, like a ground meat with onions and peppers and stuff in them. But
you probably need something like apples and you know, stuff to that nature.
Makes it taste better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the wrong buttons. Where are we at? Will you be freeze drying this winter?
No, we're not. We've got so much stuff freeze dried up we ain't even ate yet, so there's no sense in it.
See, Trina said she spilled her drink on her keyboard and was trying to wipe it up. That's what happened.
Oh, okay.
I knew it was something like that because when you do that, it's kind of odd. Yeah, y'all don't get rid of my Trina. Leave her alone.
Yeah.
Oh. I was pretty sure I recognized that name off and on.
Let's see here.
That's how I found you on Deep South. I Googled how to grow carrots, watched the video, and it worked wonderful. Since that video, I am a follower and fan of you, Danny and Wanda, and then on to Miss Lippy.
Thank you, Jan.
Thank you, Jan. And thank you from Miss Lippy, I'll tell you. Where we at? Mr. Danny, you going to plant Lincoln peas again or going back to the marbles?
Now going back to the marbles, it's always worked. We've never had no issues out of them. Now I am still working on the video of antique stuff, new stuff, or vintage. Let me say vintage stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say that wasn't the right word.
Antique wasn't the right word. Vintage stuff, new modern stuff, and I think you will enjoy it.
Jeff wants to know about a white sweet potato that might grow in Central Virginia.
The Nancy Halls should grow pretty good up there. I would try that.
And Tater Man does have those.
Yeah. Ron Hagen says, to use a 12 gauge on the raccoons. Nope, I got my trusty old 20 gauge.
Pumpkin stuffed with sausage and apples. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the aphids were too bad on the Lincolns. We just not, we have never, ever, 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 never had. Now we've had a few aphids on the marbles a little bit every now and then. Nothing like the Lincolns. I don't know if they came with the seeds. I don't know where they came from.
Or was it just a fluke this year that they came in, or heart? Who knows? Y'all know, what was it the other day we heard, and I guess it was me and you, or just me. Somebody asked, I was watching something, and these teenagers were asking their teachers, what was it like to live in the 1900s?
Yeah, what was it like to live in the 1900s?
It made it sound
like you're ancient, you know?
I was cracking up because every time they would ask the teacher, what was it like to live in the 1900s, the teacher would bust out laughing because they didn't know what the kid was going to ask them. And when they asked them that, it just makes it sound like you're asking, what was it like to live in the 1800s or the 1700s? Yeah. When you say the 1900s, it sounds old. But we were all most of us were all born in the 1900s.
Yeah, the 19th century, yeah.
20th century.
20th century. 3B Homestead, was overrun with skunks for a while. I took out, 9 of them? Got 9 skunks before I finally got them under control.
Lippy said for the whiteflies, peppermint oil and water, spray inside and out of the beds. On the beds themselves. She hadn't seen any whiteflies since. So the peppermint oil, I told you that was one of the things I thought we needed to see if we could try. Did anyone send you any new candy corn this year? I haven't had new candy corn. We ain't had no candy corn in years. It's been a year or two or more.
Let's see. Danny, is it okay to start my rattlesnake beans in zone 10B? If you're in zone 10, it ain't never going to get cold, probably. So you can probably grow them anytime, to be honest with you.
Jennifer says Trey calls her a boomer. We're the boomers. Are Nancy Halls sweet like the red sweet potatoes?
No, Bart, no, they're not. Nancy Halls are not sweet. No.
Hell, Scott said, my son said one day, but Mom, you were born in the 1900s.
I cracked up. Oh, man.
What determinate tomatoes have you had the best luck growing?
We actually haven't grown many determinants. Most of what Wanda and I have grown over the last several years has been indeterminates. And we have made a conscious decision that the only indeterminate, if I'm not mistaken, that we will be growing again will be the Amish paste. We probably will grow that one this coming year because it has outperformed any tomato we have ever planted.
Now, and we've not had a whole lot of luck with tomatoes for about
it's been several years.
3 years or more.
But we haven't planted any Amish paste in several years.
What's my favorite way to make zucchini? Zucchini spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
That's Danny's.
That's my favorite way to go with zucchinis. I love zucchini spaghetti. I do love it now. Pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie? To me, you can't tell the difference. They're both the same if you ask me.
What is the sweetest sweet potato?
The sweetest sweet potato used to be when I was a kid. was a Puerto Rican yam. They called it just a Puerto Rican yam.
And it's hard to find those.
You cannot find those anymore. They were so dark red, and when you cured them right and cooked them, they were just like so soft and sweet.
What are the ones I've got that I just baked? That must be the Beauregards.
You baked the Beauregards.
And they are delicious.
They're really good too. Now, what you have to look at is how much tar comes out of them when you're cooking them. The more tar that comes out of them, then you have a good tater.
Jennifer said Trey was preaching to his online friends. He preached about 10-15 minutes.
All right.
Oh, the Cherokee purples, yeah. We grew those once or twice.
We grew them, and we did a test taste one time, and the Cherokee purples outperformed in taste better than any other tomato we tasted.
Yeah. Do you use any smoked meat in your soups? If I have it.
If we have it, we do, yeah.
I don't know. Bella Rosa is perfect tomato for a determinant. We have the Bella Rosas.
Yeah, we got those from Hall's Tool, I think. We planted them one year, but I don't think they did nothing.
How do I make zucchini into spaghetti? Well, I shred the zucchini. I just shred it into little shreds, kind of like you do potatoes if you're shredding potatoes. I just shred the zucchini, and I go ahead and make my sauce up, ever how you like your spaghetti sauce. If you buy a jar, whatever, I brown my meat, onions, peppers, that kind of stuff. I put in some tomatoes and some seasonings, and I boil it down a little bit, simmer it for a little bit, and then I throw the zucchini in there and let it cook. You don't have to let it cook 10-15 minutes. Zucchini, when it's shredded, cooks really fast. And it's not thick like a spaghetti noodle, but it's the same thing. And then I've made a zucchini bake the same way. I'll put the noodles in a pan, pour the spaghetti over it, add some cheese, and bake it for 15 minutes. It's good to go.
Let's see here.
Mr. Ray asked for prayers for his wife.
Yeah, we remember her.
Which potato is not stringy? It's according to when you pick
stringy
them.
Potatoes. Stringy potatoes has to do with curing, the curing process, and the age of the potato.
Yeah. Wouldn't spaghetti squash work better? Yes, we grew spaghetti squash, but we had a lot of zucchini.
Yeah,
when you got a lot of zucchini, you do what you got to do to eat it.
Zucchinis, when they do right, they make so many zucchinis, and we was doing the cocozelles to start with from Italy, and they done fantastic.
Yeah.
But now, I don't know what's happened. We haven't been able to do a lot of zucchinis here in the last year or two. This past year, we had the best we've had in many years.
Yeah.
We let the grass take them over, and they actually did better.
They did really good. So we have more yellow squash and zucchini, not as much zucchini as we had yellow squash. The yellow squash did amazing. Last year we got none.
We got 2 last year, that was all, and that was in the fall.
Yeah. The mantle was in this house. This is actually slate.
That is some kind of slate stone. I don't know.
It's heavy.
Yeah, it's like a rock.
It's like a big thick piece of slate, and then the mantle itself.
It was actually in the old house. This was a 2-sided fireplace in the old house, and the chimney doesn't have a flue line or anything in it, and Hurricane Katrina broke the top of it off, so you can't use the chimney. They just sealed it off, and
the other side is sheetrocked.
And they sheetrocked over the other side.
I hate they did that, because I would have loved to have the 2-sided chimney, because you don't find many in houses anymore. But they sheetrocked the other side, but they left this.
Meditech 131 says, Danny, what'd you do with the peanuts when you pulled them up?
They're sitting in the floor.
They're sitting in the floor right around in that corner right there in a plastic tote, and they need to be shelled.
Oh, Lord, that's something else he forgot about. Ronald, I have read the book of Enoch. Danny's read parts of it. He hasn't sat down long enough to read all of it, and he hears me talking about it.
Now, actually, you got to be careful, Ronald. There's several books of Enoch out there.
Several versions.
Versions of it. You've got to get the actual real version, not the knockoff versions of it.
I'm a prepper, asked for prayer for her daughter. Are there less squash bugs at Pecan Grove? We've not had as many.
We didn't have any squash bugs this year until right at the very end when we pulled all the Cherokee tan pumpkins off. I found a few down in the grass, and I just immediately bush hogged everything, killed everything, and got rid of it. So after we picked the Cherokee tan pumpkins.
All right, T-Bear said they got 2 40-pound boxes of Evangeline sweet potatoes from their local AG, trying to save some for next season. That's awesome.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
And so Z-Fox says, did they leave their sweet potatoes too long in the ground? If they're stringy, possible.
Yeah.
Make sure how many days. Check when you plant your sweet potatoes. Look up how many days to
Please
harvest.
mark down when you plant them. And most sweet potatoes are anywhere between 100 and 125 days. They're done.
And pray for Miss Starla, they said. Mr. Danny, do you know if I can plant broccoli and cauliflower in California Valley, Zone 9A?
If you're in Zone 9, you should be able to plant cauliflower or broccoli anytime. I mean, except for in the heat. Now, you want to do it when it's cool, but you should be able to. Darren Blummer says, have you ever tried the cucuzza squash? We have the seeds. Mr. Oh my goodness. The guy who gave us the sweet, Mr. Al. Mr. Al gave us some cucuzza squash at one time. Now I don't remember what. I think I took the seeds out of them and saved them.
Okay, Tambra and Terminator. Susie Q's husband. I'm just reading. Her husband's name is Larry.
Kathy said, I got a squash, I swear it looks like a watermelon. I have no idea what to do with it. Well, it could be a winter squash, because a lot of your winter squashes look like watermelons. I would just go online and look it up and see.
How can I make some cayenne peppers ripen faster before frost comes? You can. They just got to work their magic.
That's it.
Would Diana sweet potatoes do well in the northwest Iowa Zone 5A?
I don't know. I really don't know. Y'all's growing season is so short up there, I don't know.
All right, Meditech said they got their okra today. Kim's having her gallbladder out on Monday. Can you bring the plants inside? I don't know. They may be asking somebody else that. Okay, so RD said prayer for emotional healing.
That is, RD, that's going to become more and more prevalent as the days go on. And there's a reason behind it. I can't really talk a lot about it here, but
good night, Jennifer.
I talked with Mr. Chris the other day, and Mr. Chris was telling me he works in a psych ward, and he told me, he said, Danny, I don't know what's going on. He said, well, he does know what's going on because me and him talked about it, but he said this place, he said people are coming in here every day. They're just piling in here, losing their minds, you know, and I said, well, Chris, you know, and I both know what's going on and why it's happening, and ain't nothing we can do about it. You know, I just thank God there's people like him that don't mind working in those places.
All right, so I'm just reading comments while you're doing that. What do you do through the winter with container tomato plants? Pull them, roots and all, or cut plant at the soil level and leave roots?
We pull them all up. We just pull the roots and all up, because that's the way you check to see if you have root nematodes or the sweet where they gall up the roots and all that kind of stuff, or clubfoot and stuff like that. That's when you pull it up to check all that stuff. It tells you what you need to do with your soil.
Beverly, you should be planting your sowing your carrot seeds now.
They need to be sown now. As a matter of fact, if you live in Kentucky, they probably should have been sowed.
Yeah, I would go ahead and put you some in the ground. Yeah. All right, so we've got a lot of prayer requests. The 5 people, Chrissy Tuttle, Kim West, Sandra Fritzwater, Becky Hansen, and Richard Joyner, please send me an email at deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com. I hadn't looked yet, but I'll look in a few minutes.
Yeah.
And we'll get these books out to you next week. And we want to thank 3B Homestead and Mario, and I'm not going to try and say that last name.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, we'll go ahead and pray. And Father, we come to you tonight with open hearts and open minds. And Father, we're concerned about all the things that's going on around us, even though we know there's nothing we can do about it. But we still are concerned, not for ourselves so much as we are for our children and our grandchildren. And Father, we just ask that the ones that's put up prayer requests here tonight, that several of them is dealing with some cancer and other physical issues, Lord. Mr. Ferguson is religious about asking for his wife prayer, and we pray for her, and different ones that talked about emotional issues, Lord, for their daughters and other emotional issues going on. And I know nobody's probably mentioned it, but there's people in here dealing with financial stress right now, especially since the government shutdown issues going on. People's not getting their cards refilled so they can buy food and stuff. And Lord, we praying over that situation and just asking that people have spiritual issues tonight. Some people don't realize that a lot of their physical issues are dealing directly with spiritual issues. And when they get to spiritual issues taken care of, the physical issues goes away a lot of times. So, Lord, we pray for all these issues in people's lives now. We pray for the leaders of our country and that they will get their act together and they will try to get things straightened out. And Father, we know that many troops have been ordered to every state now, and anticipation of what's fixing to happen with the government shutdown and the rioting that's fixing to start taking place. Lots of stores are already saying they're going to go ahead and close their doors and just ride it out. So, Father, we're just praying for the leaders of our country now, that they'll get their heads on straight and make the right decisions here. And just grant all of us, Father. Sometimes we forget to pray for the blessings of obedience to be granted to us. And, oh Lord, I ask that you would grant those to us tonight. And time changes tonight, so help us all get the extra rest, if that's what people need. Help them to be able to get it tonight so that they can raise up tomorrow to be able to do your will for their life now. And again, Father, forgive us where we failed you, and forgive us where we failed the kingdom of heaven, not done what we should do when we should do it, Father. Go with us, guide, direct us now. We ask this in Christ's name. Amen. All right.
That's Nadia. She's a caretaker for her husband, and she's very tired. Yes, that does get to be...
Nadia, I did that for 6 years.
Very burdensome thing.
It can get to be a great burden. It can get to be a great burden. As a matter of fact, I probably might touch on that just a little bit tonight. Everybody's wanting a tip. And I don't know how much of a tip this really is, but it's a thought. It is something that's a thought that has been on my mind for several days, and I think I'm just going to mention it tonight because of that one comment right there. You know, and I don't really know how this is going to come out. I don't know how it's going to sound. I know what I want to say, but I'm not sure how I'm going to say it. Let me put it that way. When I was 51 years old, I was still just as strong and physically fit as I was when I was in my mid-20s. And I prided myself on taking care of my physical strength, and I would get up every morning that I could and I would run. Before I went to work, I did all kinds of push-ups and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I literally prided myself on my physical strength and my ability to be strong. Well, at 51 years old, dealing with a wife who had cancer, breast cancer, for 6 years that had metastasized to other places in her body, I did everything I could one morning to save her life. And fighting to save her life, it did not matter how strong I was not strong enough to save her life. When her life in my arms just fled away from me, and she passed away with me trying everything that I knew to do to save a human life, and it failed. That took a toll on me. Not only physically, but it took a toll mentally on me. And I began to think about strength and what real strength is given to us for. Strength is given to us for living, whether we want to admit it or not. Our strength is given to us for living. Strength is not for fighting. Lots of people think that you get physically strong so that you can fight and you can do all these things like that. No. Physical strength and strength in general, dealing with someone like with cancer for long-term periods, or dealing with shut-ins or elderly people that are ungrateful mostly, it takes a toll on us physically and emotionally, financially many times, and our strength begins to waver a lot. And those who stay with it to the end sometimes feel like they go through the what if stage. Well, and I did that. I was like, well, if I had only done this, or if I had only done that, maybe I could have saved her, or the, you know, and then you go through the guilt of, I'm the one who lived and she died, you know. You go through that guilt. It's all mental stuff. And God has a plan even through all of that. You know, even though we're exhausted and we're wore out completely, we're mentally, physically, spiritually exhausted. You pray and you pray and you pray. You do everything right. You call in the elders. You lay on the hands. You anoint with the oil. You do all of these things, and people still die. You know, and we have to come to the realization that there are 7 stages to grief. And the key thing is not to get hung up on any one of these stages. Now, none of us grieve in the same way. None of us go through the stages at the same rate. Some people stay in one stage for a month, while other people stay in that same stage for years. I dealt with a gentleman in his 80s or late 70s that was still stuck in one of the stages of grief from 30 years ago. And he never advanced beyond that. And I did my best to help him get beyond it. And I think right at the end, he finally understood that he had to let go of some things. And we've got to understand that life and death is not in our hands. It's in the hands of the living God. And it doesn't matter what we do. It doesn't matter. You can put somebody in a hospital that has all the most modern equipment in it to save a human life. But when it's time for them to go home, there is nothing on this earth that can hold them here. And that's something that we have to get in our own mind when we're dealing with this, that it's not our fault. When God calls someone home, the scripture tells us that it's sweet to the Lord. The passing of his saints are sweet to him. Now, to us, it seems tragic because we think we've lost them. But the truth of the matter is, if we're all born again believers, we're just separated for just a short period of time, because it won't be long till we'll all be together again. And that's the hard part for us to understand, is the fact that one day we're going to all meet again, you know, and God is in control. And guys, look, it doesn't matter if you're physically fit like I was at 51 years old and strong as an ox, and wasn't afraid of a thing on this world or anybody, and then go and have to go and deal with something like that. Having several people, I've had tons of people die on me before. But when it's your own and you can't save them, it does something to you physically and mentally. Mm-hmm. One of my Navy SEAL friends, he came and dealt with me in the hospital. He tried his best to drag me out of the hospital. And I told him, I said, no. I said, I took an oath from death to death do we part, and I'm going to stay here to that point. You know, even if I die with her, I'm going to stay here to that point. And I kept my word. And guys, let me tell you something. Strength is for living. It's for nothing else in this world but for living. It is not for anything else. It's not for fighting. It's not for anything else. It's for living. And if you have physical strength right now, enjoy it. Because I'm trying to think of the scripture. There is a scripture in the Bible that talks about enjoy the days of your youth before the evil days come upon you. And the evil days it's talking about is your old age, when you get where you can't take care of yourself anymore. Enjoy the days of your youth, you know, because there's going to come a day where even me or Wanda and all of us is going to go through that stage. We're not going to be able to take care of ourselves. And if the Lord doesn't take us home first. And that is something that we've all got to come to grips with. You know, so I'm not sure tonight that this was like any kind of a tip or something, but something is, it's been on my mind for quite some time now. And because, guys, I'm not going to lie to you right now. And I'm 65 years old. I still run. I can still do anything I ever wanted to do. I've been on top of.
Just a little bit slower.
I'm a little slower, a little bit more cautious. I'm still up on top of high ladders, working way up in the air, and I've got some physical issues. You know, I got some things going on in my life. I don't talk about them, but it's one of them things that I trust the Lord. He's going to take care of me. And I ain't leaving this world till He gets ready to take me home. And I've had to come to the grips that I'm not as physically fit and as physically strong as I once was. And I'm not afraid anymore to ask for help. You know, if I need help doing something, I'll ask for help. I mean, Tim was here today. Tim helped me, you know, get a piece of equipment fixed. And I appreciated that, you know.
Chris be here tomorrow.
Chris will be here tomorrow. You know, and Chris has been a tremendous blessing to us.
He has over the last 2 or 3 years.
2 or 3 years. Chris just he just shows up sometimes just at the most unopportune time, you think, and then all of a sudden
there's 500 things.
There's 500 things that needs doing, and Chris jumps right in there and he just helps you get them done. And when he leaves and goes home, you just fall down on your knees and say, Lord, bless this young man and thank you for him. Yeah. He doesn't realize what a blessing he is. And the same thing with Tim. Tim shows up and it's always right when something needs doing. And Tim, it's not often that I can talk to someone on my level. And I'm not trying to say I'm super intelligent or anything like that, but I can't talk to most people. And Tim I can talk to, because Tim, I don't know, our minds work in a lot of the same ways, because I think we've both been involved in construction so much that our minds we're both a little OCD or ADHD and all that, a lot together, and we both seem to we understand what the other one's talking about. Let me just put it that way. And so people like that are blessings in your life. And I just want to thank them guys for that. Thank them for being a blessing to me and Wanda.
And Heidi, she just shows up with a smile on her face.
Heidi's the sweetest woman I think I've ever met.
She's helping. She'll do whatever you ask and help do. And sometimes we just sit and talk, just because sometimes I just need somebody to talk
Yeah,
to.
Wanda needs a friend every now and then, and Heidi is.
And she helps, like she thought of this. I would have had it hanging way down here or something like this.
Right.
She's the one that sees a potential. And sometimes you just need somebody to walk in and say, okay, that looks like crap, let's rearrange it.
Yeah.
She don't do that now, y'all.
Right.
She goes, I hate to mess with your stuff. And I said, mess with it, fix it. You know? So it is good to have people like that.
It's good to have people like our moderators on here tonight. We don't ask anybody to do anything. Our moderators step in here and do this out of the goodness of their own heart. And we praise God and pray for them all the time for giving up their time to be on here. They don't have to. They could be with their families doing something else instead of sitting on here looking at two ugly people like us. You know what I mean?
Heidi Westgate said Heidi's are awesome.
Well, Tim's blessed to have Heidi. She's a beautiful lady. She's a hard-working lady.
Got a very kind heart.
Got a very kind heart. You know, just as good as gold. Chris's Jennifer, just as sweet as she can be, you know.
They'll help out in any way, shape, or form if you need them.
Yes. I mean, you don't find that very often in life. And I thank God for our moderators, for friends like Tim and Heidi, Chris and Jennifer, and you know, it's just good to have friends.
We do have the best moderators out there.
We do. We really do.
And so we want to thank all of y'all. We wouldn't be doing the Saturday night thing if it wasn't for y'all. And I hope that maybe we've gotten the setting a little better. I played around with the computer. Now, Silver Run Coffee Crafters is doing a live, hopefully Monday night on YouTube. They usually do Facebook. They're going to try and do both. And Rebecca was over here, and I tried to help her get set up, and she had problems with her picture being way in the corner, and we finally got it stretched and fixed. We couldn't get her sound working, and we finally got her sound, and then the sound was high-pitched. And when she left, I don't know, I hope she's had time to work with it and try to get it, but they probably will be live, either on their phones or on the computer, one of the two. So y'all check out Silver Run Coffee Crafters Monday night as they go live on YouTube for the first time. They would enjoy y'all popping in.
Michigan Lifestyle, the verse I think that you're talking about is when Jesus sat down and started scribbling in the sand about the harlot that was caught in the act, and they were going to stone her to death, and he said, "He who is without guilt, let him cast the first stone." And I think what he was doodling in the sand is writing was each one of them's sins in the sand, and they were looking at him, and one by one they left because he knew they knew. And that's when he said, "You who are without guilt, let him cast the first stone." And then when he looked around, he said, "Where's your accusers?" And the woman said, "They're gone." And he said, "You know what? Neither do I condemn you either." Now there was Jesus sitting there with a woman who was caught in the act of adultery, and Jesus looked at her and said, "You know what? I don't condemn you either." He said, "I'm just going to tell you, just go and sin no more. Don't do it anymore. Just go." You know? And can't we be more like that? Why do we have to browbeat someone to death over some sin in their life rather than loving them and just saying, "You know what? I don't condemn you for doing what you do. Just don't do it anymore," you know? That should be our attitude.
Silver Run Coffee Crafter says they may be going very low-tech Monday, so they may be having two phones instead of the computer if they still having trouble with the sound. There's got to be some glitch. We spent a while with trying to find what had her sound off, and so I'm hoping I got ours looking better. We swapped places. We're trying this scene. I like this better. It seems to look a little better. And I hope we're not fuzzy like we've been being. And I hope the sound isn't a barrel.
I hope not.
That's the one thing we can't check because we can't hear ourselves. We don't know what y'all are hearing. But nobody seems to be complaining.
We don't know till we go back and listen to it ourselves.
Yeah.
And then it's too late.
Yeah, and then you can't change anything.
Yeah, you can't.
So I can try and fix it for the next week.
Yeah.
And we do have microphones, but to all the things I have hooked up here on the computer, I can't put my microphone in there. So
right.
it's just not doable. So I don't know. All right, guys, we will see y'all later. They said
everybody says it's all good tonight. Looks good.
Good.
Okay, guys, we got to get out of here. I got to go hunt some coons or armadillos or whatever I'm gonna run across out here in the dark tonight.
All right.
And
let me tell them that the coffee is Silver Run Coffee Crafters. I'll type it in the.
well, they're on here.
Yeah, they're on here. They were just in the chat. So Rebecca, say something so they can find Silver Run Coffee Crafters. It is silverruncoffee.com if you want to look at their site, and then they're for ordering coffee, but they're going to be Silver Run Coffee Crafters on YouTube, I believe is the way it's written. And y'all go show them some love if you get a chance, because they give away some coffee, they give away,
they give away all
kinds
of
of
stuff.
stuff. So
Yeah, they give away all kinds of stuff. And that's because they love to give. Like Wanda and I, we're always giving something to somebody. We love to give, you know. And you guys, before we get off of here, y'all remember we got the knives coming. Be great Christmas gifts for everybody. And this will be the last time we do this. So
yeah, once we get all these sold and sent out, we're not doing it again before Christmas because of shipping.
Because of shipping.
It is going to be really bad between now and Christmas. So we want to get them out in plenty of time for Christmas. And
don't, dog, don't run into a monkey.
I don't know. By now, they could have been down here in this part of Mississippi as long as it takes them to find one monkey.
Yeah, who knows?
Or three monkeys.
Or three monkeys, or a barrel of monkeys, who knows?
According to which news program you listen to, it's either one monkey or three monkeys.
I guarantee you, if I see a monkey, I'm going to shoot him. I'm just going to be honest with you. If I see a monkey, I'm going to shoot him.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Rebecca, they can click on Silver Run Coffee Crafters right there, that icon you see, and you can go to their channel, and then that's how you'll find them. Silver Run Coffee Crafters. Click on that right there. You should be able to go from there.
All right, guys, we got to get over here, and I know you're gonna get an extra hour tonight, but still, we don't need to steal that extra hour from you. So y'all have